Big Ten, facing Joe McEwen in his 11th season as the Northwestern head coach. And like I said, the Wildcats and Coach McEwen already have a win on their belts, a really good win. They went up to Green Bay and won 57-55.
It was a really good game. Hit a three-point shot late to get them over the hump.
And we got to see here today.
Well, with Northwestern, last year they were 6th in the Big Ten in assists with 15 a game. They assisted on 66% of their shots, just behind Iowa at 73%. But they have really good chemistry in terms of making the extra pass for a shot like that.
Well, just right on cue, Abby Scheid makes the first official bucket here at Welsh Ryan Arena for Northwestern. The Cats go up 3-0.
And on the other side of that, Lisa, defensively for Duke, they're the best team in the ACC in terms of field goal percentage defense. But Northwestern right now is showing their wares on that side of the ball.
Hamilton picks it off, and there's our first look of Pulliam. Lindsay Pulliam, a mid-range jump shot, and it's a 5-0 edge.
Well, Lindsay Pulliam was an honorable mention member of the All-Big Ten team last year as a freshman, and she is just an amazing player in terms of her work ethic.
15 points per game, you see there. She led Northwestern last year.
Pulliam had 25 games in double-figure scoring as a freshman.
Zuname Akinbode James with her first bucket of her career. She's a freshman who they're excited about. She had 11 points, 11 rebounds in the exhibition game, and another 3 for Hamilton, and this is a red-hot start for Northwestern.
Yeah, Jordan Hamilton, she started every single game for the Wildcats last season as Northwestern sits back in this 2-3 zone.
It'll be a chess match of defensive choices between these two head coaches. Gorecki takes her first attempt and she drills the 3. It's a little three-point party here to start.
Gorecki, the junior, is just a phenomenal scorer from the outside, one of their leading scorers from range.
From Palatine, Illinois, as I mentioned, about 20 minutes outside of campus. Real veteran officials working this game. You look at Tina Napier, Debbie Pethel, and Michael McConnell wearing the whistles here this afternoon.
Both teams in zone defenses trying to pack the paint.
A turnover as Pallas Kunaiyi Akpanah was looking towards Pulliam's way. And Duke read it perfectly, trying to feed it inside. That'll be...
Got stuck fighting over the top. Now, if she had come through with her right hand, she may have been free and easy in terms of making contact.
Trying to defend Jade Williams, who, by the way, is on the preseason watch for the Lisa Leslie Award that's given to the nation's top center. Kunaiyi Akpanah has her hands full.
Another deflection for Northwestern. They are hungry on the defensive end.
And just a runner and kind of throwing it up is Liana Odom.
Liana Odom is just so special in terms of the variety of ways she can score the basketball for Duke.
Had a really good NCAA tournament last year, averaged about 21 points per game. The freshman, as I had mentioned, out of Nigeria.
And Joanne P. McCauley told us before the game today that
6'3". Again, when she came to the United States, played at Blair Academy out of New Jersey.
Some full court pressure here by Northwestern. 1-2-2.
Both of these rosters are young. They field about 4 to 5 freshmen. So when you talk to both of these to them today, what can you expect? Well, you don't know because they're so young.
Right, but what you want to see is execution. And what you want to see is how they carry forth the game plan. Joe McEwen has 4 returning starters coming back, albeit very young starters returning.
And usually a program that's very disciplined. They forced Green Bay into 21 turnovers. And this Northwestern team, there's their freshman point guard. Never easy, though, to be a point guard, and never easy to be a freshman point guard.
Yeah, first team All-State out of Boston. Just very steady with the ball. Even though she traveled on that one, I think she saw the gap faster than her feet could get her there.
It's like when you want to make the catch and you see where you want to go before you get the ball even. The take.
Defender off balance.
And she's another Illinois native, out of Flossmoor, Illinois.
One of the team captains for Joanne P. McCauley.
Dad Schaefer played a little football for the New York Jets even. There's a childhood idol of our producer, Tony DeSanti. Does that count? I didn't see that in the bio.
That's a big deal. DeSanti told us he had He got a T-shirt and everything, so he remembers all the details of that moment. You never know what kind of impact you can make on youngsters.
And our references now of Tony DeSanti are done for the game. To the block, it was blocked by Pallas, and Northwestern's on the push. Direct.
Their offense just behind Iowa's 73% on the year.
You mentioned the 4 captains. One of them just checked in for Duke, Sophia Roma. And that time, the jumper won't fall for Pulliam. Almost from the exact same spot. Pulliam's first miss of the afternoon.
Good pressure defense so far by Northwestern. They're really forcing Duke to make different decisions than they would like that shot. I think that was a forced shot there by Craig.
Craig, another freshman. This is a Duke team that's lost a lot of scoring punch from last year. In and out for Pulliam. You'll see her try to attempt a 3 a little bit more this year than she did last year. Doesn't want to be known as just the mid-range jump shooter. And Northwestern again on the transition. Here's Pulliam trying to feed shy. Contact is made. A lot of success taking on her alma mater, is 10-1 coming into today against Northwestern. And a lot of that record is when she was actually the head coach at Michigan State, where she had a lot of success too.
Well, I just love the camaraderie and respect between coaches. You know, it's just it's a small world when it comes to basketball life. That was very sweet.
Her family's in attendance as well. I remember covering her when she was the head coach at Michigan State, and I had to look twice at the ages of her kids. Maddie's now 24. She actually played basketball at Elon, and her son Jack is a freshman here at Northwestern, 18 years old. I remember when Jack was like 5 or 6 when they were in East Lansing.
Maddie's team won the CAA championship, and I remember very cute to have them both here. I wonder what the dinner table looks like. Is it the same thing? I don't know.
Exactly. You know, Jack is actually also a manager for the men's team, for Chris Collins, who's got some Duke ties, of course. And all fun as they return back here. And Joanne P. McCauley said when she agreed to play in this game, we got the turnover and a walking violation. A player out of Australia, who actually has just rejoined the team for a couple of days. He played in the FIBA U18 Asian Championships, won a bronze medal there, and they qualified for the Under-19 Championships.
Yeah, Joanne P. McCauley said that she's still recovering from the jet lag of that trip, and not 100%, but is going to give it a go.
Very talented. They gave her a couple days off, only started practicing with the team on Friday. There's a block. Sophia Roman got all ball on that attempt. Gurecki leading the break, and she'll keep it herself.
Duke sitting in that zone, shifting on every pass, just arriving on every catch, trying to be disruptive for Northwestern.
Sydney Wood up top. She is one of the new freshmen out of Maryland for Northwestern. And the shot clock was into single digits, and another turnover here for the Cats. Gurecki thought about it. She'll take it in and out. Roma with a nice, easy offensive read.
Some pressure now by Duke.
McCauley said they were going to mix it up a little bit defensively in terms of going from that matchup zone to man, in terms of pressure and no pressure. Hamilton looking inside, and she feeds Abby Wolf. Wolf in trouble. Now 10 to shoot, and off the hand.
But you like the thought. You don't have to ask, what did you see on that? You know exactly what they saw. Now you just have to execute it. Get the ball there.
11 combined turnovers between these two young teams. Turnaround won't fall for Suggs. Be a half-court reset here for Northwestern. This time it's Jordan Hamilton kind of running things and initiating this offense.
Both teams being young, the ball's being turned over a little bit, not really connecting with the rhythm.
Hamilton liked the view and makes good on it. Another three-point shot here for Northwestern. It's their third three-point make as a team.
Jordan Hamilton started every game for Joe McEwen last season, so another player with some experience, but still on the young side.
Last year was a test. Northwestern finished 12-20, just 4-12 in the Big Ten. But remember, they lost that ever so important senior class led by Nia Coffey. 4 seniors, really, who all were 1,000 career point scorers.
Yeah, when they all walked out the door, that was a ton of production. And Nia Coffey playing now in the WN.
In game number 2 for Northwestern. Three-point shooting has been key. 9 points so far from behind the three-point line here for Northwestern in this first quarter. Just about a minute to play in quarter number 1. There's another three-point attempt. And the first attempt from Amber Jamison, who redshirted last year for the Cats. Pulliam from up top. Says that she wants to have on the three-point shot. She's been working on it, and I said, why? And she said, well, you know, she knew exactly how many three-point shots she had made and taken last year, to the percentage.
Well, when you're competitive like that, you know where you need to improve your game. You have to continue to add layers.
She was 9 of 30.
Be predictable offensively. Well, she's a mid-range shooter, so let's try to take that away from her. And then now what else do you have? So the summer is time to build your repertoire in terms of your offensive prowess.
Veronica Burton back in to run things. At Green Bay on Tuesday had 8 points in 28 minutes as a starter, so she has started both games as the freshman point guard for the Cats. And from the corner, she's already hit one shot from back there. That's Scheid. Can't connect on that one, and Duke wants to push a little bit. Odom leading it. Off the hands of Craig, and another turnover. Here's Jamison. She's got plenty of time. 4 seconds before the quarter is complete. And Pallas Kunaiyi Akpanah battling for the rebound over the old floor.
It's just beautiful. When we walk in, it's like a new car smell in here.
I love that.
Everything is new. It's awesome.
And Joe McEwen wanted a special opponent for this home opener. And he reached out to a couple premier programs. Duke was one. Duke was the first to reach back. And here we are as Kunaiyi Akpanah with the putback.
I just love the relentlessness of Pallas Kunaiyi Akpanah inside. You're not going to out-rebound her. You're not going to outwork her. She just finds a way to get the ball and score.
17 points and 14 rebounds against Green Bay. And Jade Williams gets the easy 2 down low.
Pallas Kunaiyi Akpanah, she had 18 double-doubles last season.
Say that again.
Pallas Kunaiyi Akpanah.
No, the 18 double-doubles.
Yes, 18 double-doubles last year.
you're just showing off. I don't saying her name. PKA, our abbreviation for her. But yeah, 18 double-doubles in. They're hoping for big things because they lost big things. They lost Rebecca Greenwell. They lost Lexi Brown to graduation. You're talking almost, in addition to those players and a couple of other graduates, 60% of the scoring is gone going into this year.
Yeah, that's a lot. Rebecca Greenwell, Lexi Brown. That's 33 points combined missing from your starting lineup.
Both of them with a little bit of WNBA experience as well. You're talking about losing pros. You're talking about losing some really
being committed. And when you're in a foot race like that, the person without the ball is usually quicker. So you've got to get beyond the player with the ball and cut them off and square your body.
Gurecki looking for the cross-court pass. She had Odom in her ball. Another turnover for Duke.
What Odom could have done is made a stop on that cut. Instead of continuing to come, the defender was behind her. Just stop. The defense is there, and you have a free and easy layup. When you keep coming, you give the defense a chance to get to the ball.
Northwestern's hot start. They've led this entire way here so far. Largest lead has been 9. They began this game perfect 4 for 4 shooting. And things have kind of tapered off for both of these teams. Scheid likes that spot, that little corner three-point spot.
P. McCauley knows that she can extend the floor, so a lot of attention.
By the way, in 4 different leagues, and she returns here to her alma mater. She's actually gonna, the next game that they play, it's against Maine, and she is a Maine native from Brunswick, Maine. Actually was the head coach there, was her first head coaching job, so she's kind of in games 1 and 2 of this season.
She likes to have the seniors do a round like that, to come back to your home city where she has 2 players from Chicago here. A lot of family members representing.
And she's got a former player who's now coaching at Maine, which is one of the reasons why she scheduled them. She said she always likes to kind of pick and reward some of her former players and to play them if the schedule works out. A second chance opportunity here for Northwestern as Scheid turns and fires. Kunaiyi Akpanah.
Just tough. How did she even get that?
She is fun to watch. How about again?
A monster on the glass. Pallas Kunaiyi Akpanah will not be denied in the paint.
Almost double-digit rebounds here already. Pulliam can't connect, but 3 to 4 really good looks on just that one possession alone for Northwestern. As Craig
up for a jump. Smart play.
Tip from Jamison, but Duke will retain possession.
A lot of deflections for Northwestern today. Just very aggressive on the defensive end.
The scoring droughts for both of these teams, though. Both teams approaching about 3 minutes of scoreless basketball. Odom can't get it. Odom again, second time, no.
Shots that you've seen these players make are just not falling in at the present time. And I know Joe McEwen said Pulliam had a tough night against Green Bay, and he just looked at her and said, keep shooting, because I know you can do it, and you're taking the shots that are in your skill set, so keep going.
2 of 12 in that game against Green Bay. There's a look for Burton, and there's another rebound, an offensive rebound. She's already in double-digit rebounds already for Kunaiyi Akpanah, and that time it pays off as Hamilton drills it.
Well, just the extra possessions that Pallas Kunaiyi Akpanah gives the Wildcats, it's invaluable. She is just persistent on the interior for Northwestern.
10 rebounds already for the game. We haven't yet approached halftime already. There's another rebound. How about 11? Now, career high is 21.
She's on track to break that.
Got it against Oakland. She had, get this, a 27-point, 21 rebound performance in that Oakland game last year.
Phenomenal.
And they give it to Kunaiyi Akpanah, baseline. How about that move?
Possessions for your team. Your presence on the floor is much needed. That's how you play. So kids, if you're watching, play like Pallas. Get out there and get the extra possessions for your team.
That sounds like a bumper sticker. Play like Pallas.
Or a hashtag, something, I don't know.
You saw her 11 rebounds. She's got 11 rebounds in 12 minutes of play here and to start this game.
Phenomenal.
5 offensive rebounds. And Duke, by the way, as a team, has 3 offensive rebounds. So she is out-rebounding Duke as a team on the O-boards.
You said she reminds you of Dennis Rodman, and I agree.
Yeah, she does. In every positive way, she reminds me of Dennis Rodman. You should put a PS to that.
Clear that up.
Abby Wolf with her first bucket.
Duke looking to screen against that zone to create an easier pass for reversal. Northwestern has just been pesky defensively.
Another turnover, double-digit turnovers in this first half here for Duke. 12 in the game right now for the Blue Devils. A team that was 24-9 last year. We mentioned the missing pieces and how young they are. It's actually the 5th youngest team. It's the only hiccup that Pallas has had in her day.
Well, you can't jump up that high with water in the cup.
Play like Pallas, but don't cheer like Pallas.
Yeah, don't cheer like her.
At least with water in your hand.
Yeah, that was not okay.
A turnaround for Jamison. Amber Jamison trying to get her legs back. Joe McEwen has said she redshirted last year as another good addition. Played about 7 minutes in that game against Green Bay.
See that screening action. You got to get downhill when you come off screening action at the elbow. You're cutting that a little bit short,
Williams with a nice touch in the turnaround. Jade Williams has provided some nice points and some nice minutes here for Duke early. Couple of buckets in 15 minutes of play. Scheid won't take the 3 on the other side in the corner. And Hamilton that time finding Scheid cutting across the lane.
And that was the proper shot because of how the defense was playing. Cut right to that high post in the whole zone.
Into some traffic and drawing
upside for the freshman.
And again, her
See a freshman at Duke, and when you're away from your family like that, I wasn't that far away, and that's tough. I mean, it's an adjustment, you know, and to be a 15-hour flight away, kudos to her for developing her character that way.
Hamilton on the take, draws the foul. They have Veronica Burton coming in as the point guard. Hamilton started every game last year as a freshman.
She could score and run the team. That's what Joe McEwen has said about her, and she led all freshmen in the Big Ten in assists last season.
Gorecki. All the
elbow area. It's tough to guard, and she just missed on that. Gorecki had a nice opportunity on that possession.
Into the lane, pick the pocket, and here comes Hamilton. Out to Pulliam. From the elbow, can't get it, too strong. Another look for Northwestern. Hamilton will take it from the other side. Baseline take off the glass for Odom.
Pallas Kunaiyi, Akpanah got caught behind Williams there and couldn't get to the baseline in enough time to contest that shot.
Odom, to me, still looks rail thin, but they say that she has gained a positive 30 pounds since her freshman year.
I don't see it.
Just about to say.
It must be nice to
when I
gain
gained 30 pounds, you can see it.
Exactly. Yeah. Wow, it must be nice. It's good to be that age, you know, college age, putting on 30 pounds and looking like Odom. Very nice.
Under 2 minutes to play. Now it's a 10-point Northwestern advantage. And from the wing, second opportunity again, eating up the O-boards on this possession. How about 3 different looks now for the Blue Devils? They're trying to feed inside to Williams. Fade away.
Off-balance shot there by Williams. That's what Northwestern wants to do, crowd space inside. And they've done a good job on the glass so far, a +4 in that category.
Shive feeding down low. Kunaiyi Akpanah just padding her offensive rebounding stats.
At AAU tournaments or high school games, you know, coaches want to see the extra pass made, and you know they probably put an asterisk or a star by the player who makes the pass before they put the asterisk by the one who makes the shot. That will be probably the first thing that she says to the team. Must take care of the basketball. Ball fakes against an aggressive defensive team usually does the trick. Poise, another thing that will help.
Very proud program. 4 Final Fours, the last time in 2006. 8-time ACC champion, the last time in 2013. Here Suggs off and running, draws a couple fouls on Kunaiyi Akpanah here for Northwestern. Later, we are in the crossover season stage between football and basketball now. The first week of the regular season now has completely made it kind of its full cycle as we approach Tuesday around the corner. And at halftime, we'll talk about this Northwestern football team here, by the way, as Pulliam hits the baseline jumper. The Wildcats clinching the West Division will be off to Indy to play in the Big Ten championship game.
He's done a fabulous job, as always, with football in the Big Ten.
And at halftime, we'll also kind of break down some of the favorites in women's basketball as well. Here's Craig with...
You just have to have more poise and composure on the offensive end. Northwestern forced those 14 turnovers, and they were able to score 9 points off of those. So that's a difference maker in a score that they have 33-25.
From Welsh Ryan Arena, Christy Winter-Scott, Lisa Byington with you. This is the first official game for the women's team in this new building. Opening up with Duke here in the home opener. And they kick it out into the corner to the freshman, and she drills the 3, Veronica Burton.
Just the patience by Northwestern in terms of making the proper passes at the proper time and putting people in their sweet spots to stick it. It's another good look.
Her first points here of the game, and Duke working it around on its first possession.
They make the proper plays. Pallas Kunaiyi Akpanah was double teamed, which you will see a lot of. And it was a great pass by her to kick it out to the corner.
How about that? Duke turning it over on really its second possession here of this second half, and they work it around the side. That's her spot.
Yep, the extra pass. You know, you can force a contested shot from that area or kick it to the corner to a viable three-point score in Shy.
5 3-point makes. Shy has a couple of them already. And another rebound for Kunaiyi Akpanah. 13 now on the game. Pulliam on the transition, body, bucket.
You know?
And showing pain and agony on that three-point play for Northwestern. Jack, of course, as we told you in the first half, is a freshman student here at Northwestern, but his mom's the head coach for Duke. And facing her alma mater today and trailing her alma mater big right now, 42-25. A turnaround here for Odom.
In terms of competition for her young squad. A couple of years ago, they played at Cal, and she said that was a wake-up call for her team. And right now, she's looking to see what kind of response she's going to get from her squad in the second half.
And there's a baseline jumper is good there for Odom. I mentioned this is the 5th youngest team that Joanne P. McCauley has coached at Duke. They average just about 19 years here on this team when you go up and down the roster. And she said there's positives and negatives as Pulliam hits the baseline jumper. There's positives and negatives, though, with a young team. That positive is that they can just play and not know it.
Just sweet.
It's interesting, the contrast, because we talk about how young Duke is. Northwestern is almost just as young, right? And the fact that they look a little bit more poised and composed in this game this afternoon.
Well, the difference is experience on the floor. You know, they graduated a couple starters last year, and Lexi Brown, Rebecca Greenwell. So they were on the team, but they didn't get a lot of game experience because they were playing behind 2 WNBA caliber players.
We mentioned the seniors that graduated for Northwestern, so a lot of these sophomores you'll see on the floor for the Wildcats had to play last year. A year of experience in the Big Ten under their belt. Gorecki with an open look, and she drills it.
That's what she can do. And you saw that possession was a little more composed in terms of being more deliberate with where the ball is going and the timing of their passes.
Haley Gorecki doing all kinds of
like that. Your shoulders need to be facing the sideline, and you need to slide.
Hamilton makes good on the second free throw. A 16-point advantage for Northwestern. Largest lead has been 17.
2-2-1 full court pressure after the made shot.
Odom, finger roll. And a scramble for it.
Defensively here on the made free throw. Oh, no shot, pardon me on that.
Double team coming, and the kick out to Williams. Showing off a little bit of range. Pulling herself away from the rim that time. Kick out there to Hamilton.
Hewan wants to see from his team right now with the lead is for them to continue to play within the game plan, not change it because the score is what it is.
Out to the freshman, and she drills it from the wing. A couple of three-point makes for Veronica Burton.
Duke coming into this game was ranked 21st in the country, and right now Northwestern making a bit of a statement so far.
Burton's got her mom and her sister in the house, a really athletic family. Again, out of the Boston area. Here's Odom inside the lane, will pull up, and she hits.
She's just so quick and explosive with her first step. We were talking about her thin frame, and she is just light on her feet. She can create her offense off 1-2 dribble.
Pulliam from 3. Hits! Pulliam, her first three-point make.
Her teammates are loving that. They know that she's been putting in extra work on those threes.
And she had missed 3 straight in this game. Didn't matter.
With the energy and the love. That's a deep, deep 3 right there by Pulliam. Off the backside, that's an old school. I had to ice my neck down because I was, moving my head so quickly to keep track of where the ball was. Yep, that was me. No way. I'm not getting bumped in the back on an inbound play.
Sounds like you had nightmares about it. Midway through the third quarter. Largest lead has been 20 in this game here for Northwestern. Step back three, Burton's feeling a little bit.
That was a heat check three. Step back with some space.
All 6 of her points have come here in this quarter.
Everything is state of the art.
Yeah, the chairbacks now have replaced the wooden bleachers, except they're in the end zone, so to speak. That's where they're going to keep the student section. They don't want the students to have the chairbacks and be too comfortable during the games.
Wouldn't want that.
But accessible concourses, you saw the new locker rooms.
Communal area for the team, and
for home games last year. They completely demolished Welsh Ryan Arena to build this new facility, and McEwen had even said it's just good to be back home again. They tried to make Evanston High School as homey as they could, but it's just not the same thing.
No doubt. Man defense now by Duke.
Coming out of that timeout. Hamilton looking to take off the bounce, and right into the hands of Goodchild. Nice feed, can't convert. Kunaiyi James will get another look at it. That time it won't fall either.
Well, the entire Duke bench was up anticipating a shot going in right there. They need a run. They need a momentum change. Man-to-man defense got them the steal, but it didn't pay off.
Every time they turn and Northwestern has a game under its belt. As we have mentioned, a very good win on the road against Green Bay. Green Bay is a program that consistently makes the NCAAs. So if you think about if this score holds, you project it to the end of the game. Those are a couple of nice wins if Northwestern can keep this up through this game.
But they also held Green Bay scoreless in the final 2.5 minutes.
Not only that, but look at that. They finished the game on a 10-0 run offensively.
We've seen the defensive energy from Northwestern today.
Hamilton can't get it. Another rebound for Kunaiyi Akpanah, 14 here in the game.
17 minutes of play.
Again, her career high is 21. She set a goal of getting 20 rebounds last year, and she got that. A nice turnaround and finish with the left hand for Abby Scheid.
She felt where the defender was with her back and used that as a tool to get that baby hook to go in softly.
They ride her for a lot of minutes, and they even did last year. 5th in the Big Ten with over 35 minutes per game.
Look at the rest. In the third quarter, team playing with great rhythm on both sides of the court. You just can't poke from behind. You have to stay loose as a post defender.
So it's Abby Wolf who checks in for Kunaiyi Akpanah. The rest of the team, 12 rebounds. Pallas has 14.
Horns action here.
And stepping up in the absence, there's Hamilton who knocks down the three.
Well, that's a nice read. No one came up to help on that screen.
3 of her 4 buckets have been from 3. 8 total three-point makes for Northwestern as a team, and there is the answer from Craig. The Boston area, her grandpa was an All-American running back here at Northwestern in the College Hall of Fame. Dad was a quarterback. Mom was an All-American swimmer. Mom and Dad met at Northwestern.
I love that.
And all her siblings play some sort of college sport.
And when you're around athletes, you're either in the gym or in the pool or doing something. So, competitive household, I love that.
Burton providing a little bit of pressure there at the top of the key. There's a take here for Odom, in and around, and it falls and drops home.
Duke has found some success getting into the paint. Turnover by Northwestern. Nice soft rim on that one in the new building.
They recruited across the board. You have players from Illinois, Australia, New Jersey, Tennessee, California. A program that really tries to recruit nationally.
Tentacles across the board for the Blue Devils.
They're up against it right now. Try to punch it into comeback mode. Again, the largest lead has been 20 for Northwestern. It's come here in this quarter, in the third.
They're just switching on everything. Duke is defensively. And Northwestern having a problem with that.
They're without their point guard on the floor right now. Here's Pulliam. Pulls up with one on the shot clock. That's a two, but in her face didn't matter.
Jeez. Everyone said she's a gym rat. She's in the gym. If she's not in class or studying, she's in the gym getting extra work, and that's why that shot was just automatic.
Leading all scorers right now with 17 points. In 26 minutes of play, they're feeding the hot hand. Pulliam can't get it that time.
So she didn't have her feet on balance and set on that one coming off of that action.
There's Kunaiyi with a finger roll short. Duke having a tough time getting a lot of buckets to fall. Kunaiyi now 2 of 8 shooting on her return home. Palatine, Illinois native. Here's Goodchild. Gets it blocked from shot. Western basketball.
Yeah, she was trying to save it. It came right to her, but her back was on the line. A great defensive play. Right here, Pulliam. Trying to get another shot off.
About a 10-second differential between game and shot clock as Hamilton lost it. And it's like trying to coach, of course, 19 years at George Washington, the winningest coach in program history there.
Yeah, what a nice run he had from that area, and during the 90s, just trips to the Elite Eight, Sweet 16 were constant for GW.
Can't finish.
In your mechanics in terms of your shot.
Pulliam with the seconds counting down. And Wolf will have one more shot at it.
Yes, look at her.
Look at the focus.
I love it.
I wore headbands before it was cool to wear headbands.
Headband Lisa B. I like it.
Yeah, our head coach, you saw Don Pirelli's our head coach. My teammate I was sitting next to, Shannon McGarrigle. We can't even look up stats, right? Because I can make them up. I average 20 points per game, 12 rebounds per game, and 8 assists per game.
Well, I bet you had the most heart on the team. I know that.
Don't check my stats. You guys are sneaky. What I love about that program is it only costs $2. It says on the front of the program back in the 90s. That's a bargain.
Not bad.
Baseline reverse try for Williams. Kunaiyi can't get it. Tough shooting performance here for Duke.
Teams, you have to respect the hustle.
Odom with 4 fouls. Akpanah Jones, by the way, James with 3 fouls.
Duke trying to scramble it out on the defensive end, trying to switch on any action.
Flexible, that 4-5 position for Northwestern.
And she's like a point forward. She shot 35% from 3 and was second on the team in rebounds and assists.
Craig inside the lane for 2.
Craig has come in and brought the energy for Duke. Do they have enough to continue to fight in this 4th quarter to make a change in the score?
Yeah, Craig is the second leading scorer right now for the Blue Devils, right behind Odom. Jamison with an open look. There's Wolf. Nice move. Turnaround. Bucket's good for Abby Wolf.
And the rebounding has made a big difference for the Indiana Fever. Had a fantastic rookie campaign. Looking forward to year number 2 for Kelsey Mitchell.
What a scorer she was.
Lisa, going back to Notre Dame winning the championship, we spoke with Joanne P. McCauley about the ACC, and she said 2 teams in the ACC that were above Duke in the rankings went to the Final Four last year, and she said it was a little annoying as Craig gets another jumper to go. And she said it's good to have that kind of competition, but at the same time, you know, you want to be one of those teams in the Final Four.
I tried to ask her about a little bit about the ACC. She wouldn't even go there. She said, it depresses me to think about how good that league is this year. You mentioned the Notre Dame, the national champions, and again, Louisville Jones, who passed away at 52 years of age, battled valiantly against cancer. And her family of officials honoring her with those patches or RJ that we see here this afternoon. Well done by them.
Duke has a shot to go, and you just hate to hear of anyone losing a battle to an illness like cancer. And Michelle Jones was loved by so many, and she had 2 children as well, and well wishes to her family, and our thoughts are with them for sure.
And your officials today, Tana Napier, Kevin Pethel, and Michael McConnell. Team's last couple of possessions.
There's still a lot of time, and especially the way Duke has been playing here in the last 5 or 6 minutes. They've changed their defense a little bit, man-to-man, trying to get more energy, switching on some actions.
Rebound from Scheid, put back, can't get it.
It's probably one of the easier shots that you're gonna get. Just have to go, take it up, get it on high middle of that square and put it down.
Northwestern still shooting, though, above 40%. And awfully efficient in terms of offensive efficiency. Here is another reason why the transition on, just as I say, it's the easy bunny. Gurecki back the other way.
You've got to be able to close out games, and for Northwestern, the last 2 possessions there, when you miss those easy shots, you see Odom clapping her hands right there. The momentum has shifted, although
Yeah, 1 senior, you're looking at her there, 5 freshmen and 3 sophomores. But even with that youth, a lot of really good offensive efficiency here today.
Yeah, no question about it. And even with the absence of Pallas, Kunaiyi, Akpanah with those 4 fouls, she's back in now. They are playing well with or without her on the floor. So a lot of poise and confidence from the young squad.
Another late shot clock situation, pretty good at it. That time it's Hamilton with 1 on the clock.
So we just said confidence from the young players. No fear.
And Odom shuffled her feet.
Was in a seated position on the release.
21 turnovers for Duke. Only 12 points off of those turnovers. You almost would expect Northwestern to have a little bit more in that category.
They were missing some shots when they turned them over, then they didn't capitalize on the other side sometimes.
There's Kunaiyi.
Polly said she didn't want to happen in the WNBA, and I know Joe McEwen is a proponent of getting his players to play overseas as well. Play as long and as hard as you can, and that's one of his mantras. That's how they ended the huddle today at their practice. But I think she can be a specialty player, especially how hard she rebounds the ball like that one. Even though she lost the handle on it, she still gathered it. That's a possession.
There's never a soft rebound for Pallas, always with authority.
It's a fight.
She averaged a double-double last year. Has 3 points off of another double-double this year. Northwestern keeps rolling and rolling and rolling and responding to Duke cutting this lead from 20 down to 10. The last time they had beaten a ranked opponent, you got to go back to 2016 when they beat Florida on this very floor. Well, kind of this very floor, a newer floor.
And by Northwestern has just been impressive to watch. 18 assists on 25 made shots.
Gurecki in and out, pops out. That's kind of been the story in 3-point territory for Duke today. Just 3 of 10 shooting as a team from back there. And Northwestern, no need to rush. Now with 13 on the shot clock, Scheid! I mean, as I had said, if this score holds, an impressive way to start this year. When you talk the Big Ten, Maryland and Iowa are the favorites.
In terms of personnel and experience, returning 4 has been made for Northwestern in terms of their balanced play.
A 9-0 run for Northwestern. You talk to these players, you can tell they just like each other. And when you see successful teams, if you've seen many of them, chemistry is usually at the top of the list for success.
Well, that is a benchmark of successful teams and winning teams. Down the rabbit hole, give him your hand by moving off the ball and relocating to give a good angle on a pass.
Breaking that pressure, it has not really been a problem for Northwestern all day long. Gurecki again, they got to hit a couple of those threes to try to get back into it. They're running out of time with about 3 minutes left to play. Lead back up to 19. Duke did a good job in terms of cutting this lead to 10, but Northwestern had an answer. And into the hands of Kunaiyi Akpanah.
Players for Northwestern are getting wet
in the shoot-around. This is an area of her game that she's trying to work on. She knows because of the nature of her game, she's going to get fouled. She's going to get opportunities at the free throw line.
No doubt, maximize the opportunities to help your team by scoring from the line.
And she's got another double-double, 17 boards.
18 double-doubles for her last season, and then now back-to-back double single game for her. I mean, as the year progresses,
it's certainly a realistic goal in my mind.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Largest lead of the game here at 21, 2.5 to play. The season opener for Duke, ranked 21 in the country, but has lost a lot of production, as we've talked about. Rebecca Greenwell and Lexi Brown at the top of the list, a couple of 1,000-point scores. Shot clock is now at 7. Hamilton's got to hustle.
Tania Page at Penn State, always steady at coach, now a 6.5 assists per game. So she is definitely a production piece for the Golden Gophers.
Megan Gustafson on a list for a lot of Player of the Year.
Been incredible in terms of her pursuit of the basketball. And
just the scoring drought, no points in the last 4 minutes of play. We'll have some things to figure out. The 23 turnovers, as we have mentioned, has been a big problem. They haven't found success shooting the three-pointer. And they're dealing with some injuries, too, by the way. Not only did they have some graduation
prior to her injury again and ACL for her.
This is a program, too, in Duke. They have seen some significant injuries to significant players. Remember the Duke team that had Chelsea Gray on it?
Yes.
And Joanne P. McCauley really felt that was a Final Four team if Gray had stayed healthy through the NCAA tournament.
Right, I was at that game when she got hurt at Wake Forest. Cornucopia of sports today.
You just pulled out Cornucopia in game number 1. I like it.
It's almost Thanksgiving. That from the floor. We spoke about the injuries as well, so it's a work in progress, and you have to stay at it, go through it to get to it.
And Joanne P. McCauley coming back to her alma mater, again playing here Northwestern in the 80s, but her family made the trip with her, a little bit of a bittersweet return. Craig following her own miss, out to Gurecki for 3. And a bittersweet return for Gurecki, too. Haley Gurecki, though, she tries to pick it off. A couple of hip surgeries, a shoulder surgery as she picks up the steal here, playing in front of about 100 family, friends, and members, and she gets the nice finish there to treat all the people who've come from Palatine, Illinois to watch her.
Coming back from that second hip injury, and she just said at the beginning of the season that it was so good to be consistently on the floor without restrictions.
Throwing it up, Brianna Hopkins trying to get her points. Her first ones of the 2018. Gurecki staying with it. Cats will improve to 2-0, and as Coach McEwen pointed out in the shoot-around, this is just one of the big tests that they're going to have here in the non-conference season. Going to go to Florida, and they take on the top 2. Australia players here on both of these teams. You mentioned Goodchild for Duke. She's a lefty, as you can see. And her first points of her Northwestern career. Birdie Galernick has now entered the game, so Northwestern has officially emptied its bench. And Joe McEwen has said he's excited about this team.